You're like, you better cook for me.
3, 2, 1, go! Hi, friends. Welcome to The Catch Up, a podcast where I meet and explore the thoughts of some cool-ass people. Support your boy by hitting that subscribe button and tap that like button if and only if you like the video. Let's get right to it. That was quick.
Sumo! One, Sumo! Let's go!
All right, I'm getting into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome back to The Catch Up with Bryan, Sumo, Sumardi, where I feed my curiosity by meeting some cool-ass people, getting into their thoughts and their lives on health, wealth, art, and creativity. Today's guest, Amanda.
Hi.
I found you on Instagram.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool. And then you, trusted me. Just off of that. I thought that was interesting.
I did listen to some podcasts first.
You had to listen to some podcasts.
Yeah.
Is this guy legit?
Does he really podcast?
Damn.
So I always like to get into people's backgrounds for that. And, you're a personal trainer, and that's what, got me, attracted me to you or found you.
Yeah.
Cake and weights, that was my first thing.
Yeah.
In terms of username. Was that what makes you special in terms of personal training?
So Cake and Weights actually came from, I was going to open a bakery and fitness studio combo.
Oh.
Yeah, because I went to culinary school, so I'm all into baking, protein baked goods.
What?
And
yeah.
Yeah, so I was really close. I was looking for spots and everything, looking in Rockville actually. And then
we might still make this happen now.
Then I was like,
no?
well, what if I want to move?
Right.
It's so time consuming. So then I was like, I'll just do online coaching. And I can still do the nutrition, the fitness, give out my recipes. So I still have the recipes there.
Okay.
But then I can travel, I can live, I can have a family. So I can move if I want. I would have been stuck here.
Did you grow up here?
Yeah.
Maryland? Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of traveling, do you travel often now or no?
No, just because of money. But when I was a kid, my dad, we traveled all the time, my family.
Okay.
So.
What's your favorite spot? Anything international or domestic?
International. We usually went out of the country. Yeah.
Okay.
So Mexico. My dream is Italy for food. I want to travel for food.
Okay.
So yeah, Italy.
Add that to your show.
I like the connections. I created Sumo Eats just for me. For me, it's Seattle, New York, and Miami, and then here.
Yeah.
Those are my spots.
The States, I want to go to New Orleans. That's my top.
Po' boys. Po' boys are my thing. I still don't know how to say it. Is it beignets? The little donuts?
Beignets.
Beignets.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've made them in culinary school once.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, they were good.
Okay. Then now I'm just lost. I want to get more into it. What else do you do? So you house sit.
Yeah, so I'm a dog walker. And
walker.
Through that I do house sitting.
Professional.
Yeah, professional dog walker. I'm very active.
That's to me that interests me the most is that you found a living doing it your own way.
Yeah.
How did you get there?
I actually do the dog walking through a company.
Okay.
Yeah, so they find the clients.
Oh.
We were Bethesda's Best, and hopefully we'll be Bethesda's Best again this year.
Okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah, dogs, and then lifting.
Lifting.
Yeah.
So, in terms of lifting too, then, are you lifting at home? Because I see a lot of your videos and.
I usually work out at the gym.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes the quick home workouts because I have since I was going to open the studio, I bought dumbbells up to 75 pounds. So I'm pretty stocked at home with dumbbells, resistance bands, and then just some other fun toys. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm just going to be bouncing back and forth between past and now. So you went through high school around here.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
Whitman.
Then you went straight to culinary school?
No. Okay. So yeah, I've jumped around schools.
Okay.
So I went to Washington College in Chestertown, Maryland.
Okay.
For a year, and in freshman year, I developed an eating disorder.
Okay.
So I went to treatment that summer. So that was summer of 2011.
How or what happened in order for you to make that change or go get treatment?
Actually, it's interesting. So there was a show, Make It or Break It. It was on ABC Family. Yeah.
I don't know.
And it was about gymnasts, and one of them had an eating disorder.
Okay.
And at the end, it was like public service announcement. If you know anybody, if you're struggling. I was like, that kind of sounds like me. Like, I honestly, it's funny. When you have an eating disorder, you sometimes don't know.
Okay.
It's like one of those things you're like
mentally you're like, this is normal.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just being healthy. Like, I'm just eating like low fat foods. I mean, you're all obviously like eating.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, that kind of sounds like me. I'm really not eating that much.
So it was bulimia is when you're just not eating much.
No, anorexia.
Anorexia. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was anorexia. And then one night, I was home for the weekend, and then I just told my parents. I like burst out into tears at dinner, and I was like, I think I'm anorexic. And then they were like super supportive. I took them to like the eating disorder help website or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So we found a therapist, and then the therapist was like, nope, she needs to go inpatient. I went to the doctors that day, and they like ran all the tests, and they were like, kind of like she's could be dying soon. So yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay. What age was this?
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like right after high school.
Yeah.
Right into college.
Yeah. So I pretty much like, it's kind of important that you know that you have a problem and you're ready to get help.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to get rid of this. Like, I was thinking about nutrition all the time, food all the time, stressful situations like in college, you know, like going out and stuff.
Yeah.
You're so stressed out about food.
So you think you were like very just self-aware and health conscious to that, like the extreme?
Yeah.
And that's what happened?
I took to the extreme. Yeah.
Okay. Were you always like that? Like health conscious and
no. That's like, I don't really know when it happened. I guess it was the freedom of college or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got to pick my meals, and I started having a salad. Then I dropped the dressing. Then I dropped the chicken from the salad. Then I went from like 2% milk to fat-free milk. Yeah,
okay.
Fat-free. I was like low fat. That was me. Like everything like fat-free and low fat was good.
Just the term fat was
being fat. Yeah, I was like naive in that way.
Okay, I see. So like in high school, would you play sports too, or?
Yeah, I played soccer, but not just like recreational soccer.
Okay.
But yeah, I
not
played
for like
soccer.
the team, the school team, or anything.
Yeah, I played volleyball for a little bit. I think I gave up basketball before high school, but yeah, as a kid, I played like all the sports.
So you were very active, and then just eating healthy, and is that like mainly from your parents? You could just say like were they also athletic, or?
My dad's very active.
Okay.
Yeah, so like even now on his days off, he'll like go for a hike. He'll come to my kickboxing classes, and he'll go for a bike ride. Like he'll do everything on the weekend.
So you have kickboxing classes.
Yeah, I work at a studio on Sundays for just circuit classes and kickboxing.
Can we just like list everything you do?
Yeah, so I think it's just the dog walking, house sitting. On Sundays, I work at the studio for the 2 classes, and I do my online fitness and nutrition coaching. And then I have like group programs with that and an ebook as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And kickboxing.
Yeah.
And the kickboxing was the studio. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Damn. So like I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to really get you into a story to tell me how did you just like, I want to do this and then this and then this and then this. There's not many people like I relate to you, but I still don't know how to articulate it in words. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I can continue on with where I was. So after treatment from the eating disorder, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to go back to Washington College right away. Okay. I want to stay home, so I went to Montgomery College for a semester.
MC?
Yeah.
What did you study there?
I was doing business. So freshman year of college, I was doing biology. I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
I passed out at blood, so I scrapped that idea.
Okay.
And then I was like, business, because I've always been like, I want to be my own boss.
I see.
So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I was doing the business thing. And then one day, this boy came over to me and was like, hey, can I have your number, blah, blah, blah. Well, he didn't just start off with that, but he, like, led me in. He was flirting with me, and then he got my number, and we went out, like, the next night or something for Georgetown cupcakes.
Okay.
And that's my ex-boyfriend, so we're still really good friends.
Okay. Was that your first boyfriend?
Yeah. Well, pretty much, like, first, like, serious boyfriend, yeah.
Okay, I see.
So, he's the one who got me into fitness.
But you were still always health conscious, like you said, like throughout high school, playing sports and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I was always active, but he's the one who got me into like weightlifting.
I see. So were you in that mindset that like
cardio,
lifting weights would make women bulky type of thing?
I just didn't really understand like weightlifting.
Okay.
It was just kind of like, oh, I know I burn a lot with cardio. I'm just gonna run for like 5 miles. Yeah.
Okay.
So then. He took me to the gym like a month after we met and put me on like, I remember him picking up like 8-pound weights and I was like, are you crazy? 8 pounds? That's so heavy. Yeah. So he got me into the weightlifting and he wasn't a trainer when I met him, but I knew that was like his passion. So I kind of like pushed him to become a personal trainer. And then when I saw his schedule, I was working at bakery at the time. So I went to culinary school. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
So after Montgomery College, I went back to Washington College for a semester, and then I went to culinary school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
putting the pieces together.
Yeah, and then I went back to Montgomery College for a little bit, and then finished Drexel online. So I finished with my bachelor's in business.
Business. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you just were very entrepreneurial from.
Yeah.
Then on out, you just put all the plans to action.
Yeah, and then I was going with the bakery and fitness studio idea. And my ex and I actually, he was going to be my business partner for that. We entered a competition at Montgomery College.
For
yeah, it was like Raptor Tank. So it's
like Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't win, but it was fun.
What was
the called one? I forgot. These are the guys who opened the gym or whatever one.
Oh, really?
It was weird. So I was like, a lot of the businesses, y'all picked the gym? Right.
Yeah, the year that we entered, they picked an app because apps can like explode.
Right.
Yeah, they can make money.
It's very scalable.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your business plan or idea?
It was the bakery and fitness studio. It wasn't cake and weights at the time. It was sweets to sweats from A to Z.
Okay.
Because I'm Amanda and his name's Zach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about, like, I feel like you have it sounds like similar to, like, the Planet Fitness where they serve pizza every, like, I don't know, Tuesday or something. So, like, what was your plan with cake and weights in terms of, like, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Like, I love any type of fusion, but, like, what was your idea behind it?
Protein baked goods
okay.
was a big one. And then at the time of the competition, I was just really into, like, normal baking.
Okay.
So we were, like, selling normal baking, too.
Mm-hmm.
But as I expanded and found, like, fitness nutrition and learned about that, I did more protein baked goods. And post-workout sugars are really good.
Okay.
So I was going to do, like, obviously not, like, a huge piece of cake with, like, 500 grams of sugar, but, like, 20 to 30 grams of sugar post-workout. Milkshakes or protein shakes and smoothies.
Okay.
Yeah, I had like a whole menu planned out and everything.
So it sounds like you're just very analytical too now that I'm putting it together.
Yeah.
So in terms of like 20, 30 grams of sugar. So it's not only, this kind of goes into your bikini prep for your first show.
Yes.
How did you want to start doing that?
I've been thinking about it for like 2 years or so.
Okay.
And then one day, it was a Sunday after kickboxing, well, during kickboxing.
Okay.
I do kickboxing facing the mirror, and I was kind of looking at myself, and I was like, you know what? I think I got what it takes. Like, look at that muscle. So then I applied for coaching with my coach, and he responded like that day.
Mm-hmm.
We got started like, I think it was the day after. Yeah, we got started on like a Monday or Tuesday, and I emailed him on Sunday.
Okay.
So 16 weeks out, I started.
I'm really big when it comes to like finding a coach is finding compatibility. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like a lot of people kind of just find a connection Like when there's like a YouTube star or something like that, it's like, hey, I want to work with you, not because of how you train, it's of how, I don't know, like your popularity type of thing. Like for me with training wise, I want to tell people like, this is how I train. Are you compatible with it? Like, I think for me, I'm also analytical and I'm like very statistics. I'm involved in statistics, but a lot of people don't like that, or that's not how they train the best. So like a lot of people are more freestyle, or like less strict. So like what made you go with your coach?
So I follow a lot of the people that he coaches, and I've been following him too for a while. And I knew I could trust him. Like from what I've seen him implement with his other clients. Yeah. So I was like, okay. I said a few months earlier, I was like, if I ever like do prep and compete, I'm going with him. Yeah.
So in terms of, you've been with him for how many weeks now?
It would be what, like 7? Yeah,
7 months or 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. In these 7 weeks, like what could you say were like a big takeaway? Not really trying to steal information from him, but kind of doing that. Just being curious.
It's just so we do like weekly check-ins.
Okay.
So I guess he does like audio when he responds back with the check-in, so it's just through email.
Okay.
So I'll send my like pictures and my weight and how I'm feeling. So he does like a lot of like, are you bloated? How's your energy? How's this? How are your workouts? How's your strength? So I guess I like that he does like adds in the audio there. And that was definitely like helped me with my online coaching, seeing how he does online coaching.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot more personal when he does like the audio there, and he kind of like writes it up almost as he talks. Like, let me think about how this is going to work for your body. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a lot of like testing since I didn't work with him before. So he doesn't really know how my body responds to stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'd figure that. Because I think my biggest struggle, I don't do much online training, but if I were to do, it's like I'm very hands-on.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like me and powerlifting, like I want to see exactly how you squat, and things can change instantly. And like some cues work better than other cues, or some cues may not work at all, but may work for another person like extremely well. In terms of like weightlifting movements, were there any big issues on that, or?
I guess since I have a pretty good like background in fitness and I know the exercises, he sends me the plans, and like he did a lot of deadlifts. I honestly did not deadlift that much before. So he does it on leg day. I know that some people do it more for back, and then a lot of people do it for legs. So he did them on leg day, and I definitely felt in my back like the first week or two.
Do you pull conventional sumo?
Both. We did everything. We did conventional sumo and Romanian.
Okay.
Yeah. He had me doing, I think that's why. It was just like, I've never really deadlifted for a while. So when I got started, it was like, oh my God, my body's dying.
So how did you figure out how to get the movement clean, or just kept test trial and error?
I mean, I've deadlifted in the past, but I have some good people at the gym who are trainers, not at the gym I go to, but they're trainers elsewhere.
I see.
And they're like good people who are always like, oh, if you need help, like they'll just come over and like start spotting you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ask them for advice always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm thinking like a story now of trying to get you to talk about something now.
What?
This is like a story of, I don't know, like was there anything a big revelation story for you? Like in terms of,
that's very broad.
I know, yeah.
Because I'm like, I have a ton.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it was like, I feel in terms of the entrepreneurial stuff, it's like you kind of seem like you kind of a person just to get into things and not really like, this happened, so it made me inspired to do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, oh, I want to do this. Let's do it.
Yeah, I guess like how my like business, I guess it's like evolved through like my experiences. So Like before, when I was a kid, I like knew I wanted to own something. I was like, oh, I want to own a restaurant. I want to own my own like vet place or whatever. I want to own like a clothing store.
Yeah.
So then I got into, and then it was just bakery when I was into like baking.
Culinary.
Yeah, and then my passion kind of changed into fitness more.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'll merge them together.
So one step hit the next.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like whatever my passion was, and now it's definitely fitness on top of everything. So I still like to do like the protein baked goods and play around in the kitchen, but fitness is definitely up there. And I guess like the whole nutrition thing came about from like the eating disorder and stuff. So like once I really learned about fitness nutrition, so I have my fitness nutrition certification, and once I got that, it was like all my eating disorder mindset issues were like cured. Like I was like slowly recovering, and like I felt good and I ate and everything, but there was like those days that I was like, my nutrition wasn't good, but I didn't really know, I guess, enough about nutrition.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I'm feeling my body. Like these carbs are really good. As long as like I put them to use later in like a workout or tomorrow in a workout, I'm good. So I guess like learning about fitness nutrition put everything at ease for me, if that makes sense.
Okay. So then that makes me really curious of what happened, or what did you learn in like treatment type of thing, like the cure your mindset type of thing?
We did a lot of like therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy and stuff like that. And it's funny, at the time I was like, therapy's like a joke. I think individual therapy for me doesn't really work. I'd rather just like talk it out with like someone who actually knows me.
Yeah.
That connection.
Yeah. Because like my therapist, like she really didn't get much out of me. She would tell me stories, and I was like, "Who's paying who?" Like, this is ridiculous.
She tried to make it comfortable. It's like,
yeah, I was like, "You're telling me stories about your family. I think you need a therapist." But I forgot where I was going with that
story. Breaking into like the mental habits of curing your eating disorders.
Yeah.
You're just trying to. You said like, you'd rather talk to someone who really knows.
Oh
you.
yeah, okay. Yeah. So, but looking back, I definitely learned a lot in treatment. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my like Instagram captions are about mindset and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much everything that I learned in treatment and then started to implement without like, I guess, not even consciously implementing. Mm-hmm. Like if something happens, you can be like really mad about it and really stressed out.
Yeah.
Or the same things, like the same situation's going to be there and you can be calm about it, you know? Okay. Like just because you're stressed out, it's not going to change the situation. It's still going to be there.
Right.
So like that sort of thing. Huh. Yeah, like mindfulness. Yeah.
Hey, I really implement that. Yeah, I was just going to say that. I learned a lot about stoicism and it sounds very similar to that.
Yeah. And so I think that's really helpful.
Okay. So you just kind of like thought of the idea or just came to the realization of that's the ultimate truth.
Yeah.
And that things happen, you just got to deal with it, and it's how you react.
Exactly. Yeah, like
what's most important.
If you can take action on something, take action, but don't react and like just be like stressed out about it. Do something about it.
Sounds a little Marcus Aurelius there.
Yeah.
Wait, so now it makes me really, really interested. So, like, do you read any books on like philosophy or like mindfulness, or it's kind of like everything out of your head into your captions?
Yeah, everything out of my head into my captions, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you say like you had, like this would be an interesting question. Like, so do you have a big failure or like a recent failure that you like? It's your favorite, like that would made me do something else.
Recent.
Or do you feel like you have any failures?
I try not to be too like down on myself and too like hard on myself. Yeah. So.
Learning curve.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like whenever something like doesn't work out my way, I just try to pick it up and like keep pushing.
Stay optimistic.
Yeah, exactly. Try to stay very optimistic.
Be realistic about the situation, but whatever.
Yeah.
That is just phenomenal to me, because I find like for me, like I need a muse to get me through something, like whether it's a book or listening to somebody or just hearing someone talk, then that kind of gets me through it. kind of thing. Or one big thing for me was like knowing that someone else has it harder than me. That's just one thing always in the back of my head that like pushes me forward. Like that's my thing. And like through high school, I would always say like I have this line from William Shakespeare. It's love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. That was the philosophy that I lived by.
I like that.
And like it just it sounds like you don't have really a philosophy. You just keep it going.
She does.
Yeah, I mean, but like
it's just her. It's more her creed than philosophy.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have like one specific saying. It's just go.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's what
I'm pretty
big
on like affirmations daily, and I like started to just get into that.
Like journaling.
So I started like I got a goal journal. So like every morning I write down like my goals for the day, what needs to get done. And this is pretty much all like business wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a section for daily affirmations.
Yeah.
And when I started writing the affirmations and writing down my goals, I definitely got more done. Like even if I just said in my head, like, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do, writing it down is like magical.
Could you say you're very duty oriented? So like once you have your list, you're like, okay, I got to knock all this stuff down, and that's my day for today.
And I like being able to like check it off.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's cool, yeah. So it does sound like she has a foundation. It connects to the past of old philosophers, but she just found it on her own.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely. So I'm like, So are you ever interested in, what's that, personality tests? Like love languages? Because that's what I like.
I've done like the personality test in school and stuff. I don't know what I was taking. No, I do. Yeah.
Myers-Briggs, love languages, Zodiac.
I know I came out as like an extroverted introvert.
Okay.
Yeah, which I definitely see. Like when I was in high school and stuff like that, I had like one friend.
Yeah.
And like we had like our group of like I had like one best friend and then like our group of like 3 or 4 other friends.
Yeah.
But it was like tight knit group, and I like just being like with them, like parties. It's not that parties like make me nervous or anything. It's just like I like knowing like the 5 people, you know. But
it makes you uneasy, like. I don't know how to explain it because I have that same situation. Like I have my group of friends, but then whenever we go out, it's just like I want to spend the most time with my friends.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy their time versus the rest of the people there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
like the whole like I like being with like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
And then like that's my extroverted part, I guess. Like I like to talk. I like to be
social.
Yeah. But introvertedly.
You don't want it to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will
exactly.
share that trait. Yeah.
Yeah.
When's your birthday? What's your month? Date?
I'm a Capricorn, December 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see we can relate very well, and the story part's really making sense to me now. They're just very straight to the point and knock things out.
Exactly.
In terms of your social media, what do you find that your following is most like? Like, what's your demographic that you seem to connect with the best?
So my social media is growing now. And I'm trying, I guess my niche, is that kind of like the question?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, is more around like my age, like younger, maybe teens, 20s, 30s. Yeah. And like,
hey, extrovert, introvert, same thing.
So like maybe struggling with like body image issues or like not having confidence, because honestly what gave me the confidence was like weightlifting and like getting strong. Like every week when I got stronger, it was like I felt better about myself, you know? So like having people, other women like feel that way. Like I just really want like to share that with like everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, and share like I've had a few people actually message me recently about like body image issues or like I've been clean eating for this long, like should I cheat meal, blah blah blah, and I'm always like it kind of sounds like you might have some like sort of eating disorder, like issues in your head, even if it's not a full blown one, like So I just always give advice on like the eating disorder front. Like obviously I'm not a specialist in that, but I've been through it. So I'm like, maybe you might want to try therapy, reach out to your parents, reach out to friends, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Share your experiences type of thing.
Yeah. I know when after treatment, I was like, I want to help women who have been through or who are going through this, but I knew I wasn't ready for like a while. It took a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I know I'm definitely
now you're
ready
really
to
share.
Yeah, share my story and.
What do you think has been the most effective way of, or with the people that you've been speaking to, or that been messaging you?
I guess it's helpful for them that I can like relate to them. Yeah. So, and I always try to be like very like open and like
Authentic.
Feel free to message me. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Like I'm there to help. I'm not like trying to sell them on like programs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, you have an eating disorder? Well, why don't you start working out? I'm a coach. Yeah. I just like give advice because I just want everybody. I mean, I think it's like so important to like have that confidence, like love your body.
Yeah.
That's like the most important thing that so many women struggle with. Yeah.
Okay. Because I think with me as well, like my clientele happened to be more of the anxious and depressed type.
Yeah.
And with that, I don't know, like I always had the thought of that a trainer's clientele is a reflection of who they are.
Or what they've overcome.
Of what they overcome,
yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of it is like what you've overcome. Because I know a lot of trainers that are similar to me that I follow. So we have like very similar niches.
Okay.
Yeah. And like they've also gone through an eating disorder and they help women like not recover but find their strength and find like the beauty in their bodies.
I kind of goes to my big question I asked most of my guests, and it was like who are the 5 close people that you associate with, and do you think you're the average of those 5? And that's whether or not in person or virtually.
Okay.
Like I normally answer mine with people, some YouTube people, because I spend more time listening to them.
Okay. Well, my parents are definitely big up there for me.
Okay. Do you talk to them like on a daily basis?
Yeah, I actually still live at home with them because I do a lot of house sitting, so I'm really in the house like less than 50% of the time. Yeah, so
business-minded, saving money.
Yeah, exactly, saving money. And I like their company. Like I'm one of those children. I guess that we came full circle where like I loved them when I was a kid. Then I went through like those terrible teens, and I was like, I'm so embarrassed. Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
So, like, okay. Did you ever get to like a rebellious stage, like the average American rebellious stage?
Not really. It was more like I thought like everything, the world revolved around me, and like if I wanted to be here at a time, like if I wanted to go out, you have to drive me. Like you guys have to drive me.
Okay.
Yeah, which like I feel bad about now, but they've always been really supportive of me. So.
Well, how about let's get into them. What do they do? Like, what do they do for work?
My dad does computer stuff, and he is a consultant, and he does have his own little like consulting firm, but it's not really like anything I learned too much about.
He's an IT consultant, basically?
Yeah.
But I feel like you see that, and then you kind of see like, I think you had exposure to some entrepreneurial things.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
It's not like super big. Like he has another job and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like more of like a side gig, but
yeah.
I guess maybe in the back of my mind that was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Your own boss.
Yeah.
And then what about your mom?
My mom's a crossing guard for an elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gets really good benefits. She complains about it sometimes, but like it's so funny because you can tell she loves it. Like she loves the kids. She'll like come home like Christmas time, and the community loves her.
Yeah. So
she'll come home Christmas time with like gifts and candy and cookies from everybody. Like they all like give her stuff, and she actually was diagnosed with cancer last year.
Oh.
And the community raised like $3,000 for her.
And is she still fighting through it, or she's overcame it?
So she is pretty much done. She's taking chemo pills now, and she was just told she has to do infusions every 6 months for like 3 years, I think.
I'm unfamiliar.
What?
I'm unfamiliar with infusion, yeah.
Honestly, I'm not super familiar either. But
I'll look into it.
Yeah, some sort of medical thing, I guess.
It's basically better than what chemo does, where they just feed you radiation.
Yeah, I think so.
I see.
Something like that.
And if I were to infer and then put those two people together, just saying entrepreneurial, caring, and loving person that makes a personal trainer /
dog walker.
Yeah. I mean, that's just all into entrepreneurial's part. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's free form and organized.
Yeah. You're like a beautiful balance of things.
That's cool, though. Your mom, because it's always, the quote always true. People always remember how you make them feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids have fun, so they help her out.
That's true.
Could you name 3 more people? Besides your parents?
My ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of drifted apart recently since he's only in Salisbury, but we talk like every day.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen him in a while, but he's definitely was my fitness inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
He is like the most important person to come to my bikini show. Like I told him, like if nobody else comes and you come, like that's all that matters. Because he's like the one who got me into it. Like I would not be here without him. I wonder where I would be, but I see that's like the one thing I think like everything happens for a reason. So like my eating disorder happened.
Yeah.
I went to Montgomery College so I could meet him, and then we broke up so I could grow even more. Yeah. Yeah. I have like the weird like everything happens for a reason.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean we're big believers of that, Robbie and I.
Yeah. So, him. Let me think.
That's 3. J-Lo.
Yeah, definitely J-Lo. Nicki Minaj.
Barbie Dream, just shit on all those rappers.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
This is hard.
Jordan Peterson.
Like trying to think of all the people I know.
I can name a lot of people off the top of my head. What is it? Medusa.
Michael Jackson. Ernest Hemingway.
Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
No, that's a hard question.
It's hard. I'm just like trying to think of people and.
Well, what do you have you had anybody in your life, friends or whatever, that told you to do something and you did it and you really thanked them for it or whatever?
Besides Zach on the fitness.
Besides your ex-boyfriend.
Tell me about it.
So why'd you pick up dog walking? Why do you love it?
I've always loved dogs because I wanted to be a veterinarian.
That's right.
I've loved all animals. I'm a cat person more, but dogs are a close second.
Because they're more like independent, would you say?
I guess. I think they're smart because they don't trust people right away usually. You know how like dogs, like I walk into a dog's house and
like,
95% of the time, 99% of the time.
Play with me.
They let me take them out of their house. Yeah. Like a stranger, take them out of their house.
Right.
Cats usually hide for a little bit and then like see like, oh, my owner is friends with them. Okay, I guess I'll come over. And another reason they're smart is dogs won't eat you if you pass away. I know, morbid, but cats will go over and start eating you because they're smart. They're like, I'm gonna live. I don't care. Like, I mean, I care that you're dead, but I'm gonna feed myself.
Where'd you find this out?
I don't know.
I didn't know this.
I've known that for a while.
Huh?
I saw one of the wolf, man.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll eat you, and then they'll like howl to be like.
And I think that's why dogs are supposedly like loyal.
Yeah, no, I was reading off Sapiens, another Sapiens anecdote. So I don't know, back in like they found fossils of like old historic like Neanderthals.
Yeah.
Their bodies were found with the skeleton of a dog right next to them, like laying side by side.
That's so cute.
So that's how they figured like I guess another reason for like man's best friend type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess, I don't know, cats are just smart in that way. So.
That's an interesting perspective. I've never heard that. I just always hear like cats are better because of, I don't know.
Hey, you blew his mind.
Yeah.
But I do love dogs. I see a future where I have a family and I get married and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see a future where I have 5 cats and like 3 dogs, and I'm totally happy too because I'm surrounded by animals.
You're
still creating your legacy.
Yeah.
An awesome dichotomy of things. I'm so interested. I guess off air we'll probably talk about something else. So I guess fitness, family, business, and fun. Travel. in terms of travel, you said you went to like Mexico.
Yeah, I've been to
Italy.
No, I haven't been to Italy. That's my dream spot. Yeah.
Right, but then so you want to go to Italy for food?
Yeah, I want to travel mostly for food.
You can do that.
And then obviously sites too. But Italy, on Groupon, there was like a culinary tour of Italy. And I was going to check it out, but somebody hit my car and totaled my car. Oh. So I kind of had to buy a new car. Yeah. And so that kind of put a dent in those plans. But definitely Italy for like traveling for food. And my parents have been to Italy and I kind of hated them for that.
There's a lot of beautiful places.
Yeah.
One guy I follow, he does video work for them, Live Rich Media, and he's exposed like more beautiful places than the main coast islands or main coast, the city. I don't know how to say it, but there's a lot of beautiful places in there.
Yeah. My goal is after my show, like a month or so after, to just be able to take like a nice vacation. Okay. Yeah.
And is that to Italy? Or
what do you think? I don't know if it'll be that big. Just
New Orleans.
Somewhere like somewhere I can just kick back.
I feel like I asked this already, but what's your favorite food?
You did not ask that, but my favorite food would be a brownie sundae. And if we're talking savory, I would probably say sushi is definitely high up there. Yeah, okay. It kind of depends like how I'm feeling. Yeah, I'm definitely more like
you're a sweet
Asian
person.
Yeah,
sweet Asian. Oh, okay.
Asian ethnic food. I like ethnic food.
If you were to describe your ultimate brownie sundae with toppings and ice cream and specific brownie type, please explain.
Oh dear, this is kind of hard because there's so many different kinds of brownies.
I know.
Yeah, because like
snickerdoodle,
like
peanut butter, Nutella. Yeah.
Huh.
I hit them hard-hitting questions.
Well, it would be huge, first of all.
Okay.
I used to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. And we'd have dinner, and then I'd eat a whole brownie sundae by myself. It's 1,200 calories. So yeah, it would be a big brownie. Okay. I'm thinking more like a fudgy, soft brownie.
So chocolate.
Yeah,
soft.
Chocolate with chocolate chunks in it. Chunks. Maybe walnuts. Yeah. Okay. And then
what kind of ice cream?
Ice cream. Maybe like a peanut butter chocolate swirl.
Is that kind of like a Rocky Road?
There is a name for it. I can't think of it.
Friendlies, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Moose Tracks kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I know that.
And then definitely whipped cream on top. Whenever I go, I ask for extra whipped cream, hot fudge, caramel.
You top it off with a cherry or no?
No cherry.
No cherry. Okay.
No cherry.
Any I always want to say this. Jimmy's? I was at Jimmy's. That's Southwest or Midwestern?
Might as well. More the merrier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, like gummy worms, Oreos.
No gummy worms. Oreos. I'll take Oreos.
M&Ms.
I'll take like Reese's. M&Ms. Like might as well just make this like some crazy concoction.
Yeah, the real toppings.
I just went to the spot in Rockville Town Center. There's this like they call it bubble waffles.
Yes, I've actually been there.
I was there just yesterday.
Bubble waffles?
Yeah. It was like little bubbles, but it's like pancakes. The waffles like pancakes. It's pretty bomb. I had the.
It takes like 10 minutes for them to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make it fresh.
It was a chocolate waffle with chocolate ice cream with M&Ms, chocolate drizzle,
drizzle,
drizzle, and Oreos.
Yeah, Oreos are. I actually never really liked Oreos. I feel like, but on like my high carb days, I'll sometimes have like room to fit like an Oreo or two.
Yeah.
And I'll just like crunch it on top of my whatever I'm having, and
we're just gonna be best friends soon. Because like honestly, like I want to say maybe like early this month, I went downstairs. I work in DC, and like right on the side of my building is like a little deli, and I always get like a bacon, egg, and cheese wrap in the mornings. But then I was like, I'm kind of like I want some sweets too.
Yeah.
And I just saw this like maybe like a 6-pack of double stuffed Oreos, and that's just been like my go-to. Like I guess I'm pretty disciplined too because I can eat like 2, and I'm like, this satisfies me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah,
and that's done.
Yeah, yeah. It's early this month. Like before, I was always like a Chips Ahoy kind of guy, and I was like, yeah. But no, me, I loved it because like that's what I grew up on.
It's all about
exactly.
It's the nostalgia.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you have that with your breakfast or later in the day?
Yeah. I would have like. I mean, I'll have like a couple throughout the day. I work in the office, like so it's just like nibble. Because
my friend got me. My friend was getting me breakfast one day, and they got me like they got me a sandwich like what you had, and then a cupcake because they know I have to have like sweets pretty much like after my meals or with my meals.
Yeah.
So they got me a cupcake for breakfast. And then everybody there was like laughing, like, "Oh, cupcake for breakfast? She's not going to eat that." And I was like, "Yeah, I am. What's wrong with you?"
I always think of the Reese's commercial when you said that. Cupcake for breakfast?
I gotta watch that commercial. Yeah, because like I never thought about it. It's like, I feel like I had just a craving for sweets that morning, and then now it's like an everyday thing now. Well, not every.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I pretty much like when I was bulking, it was really easy. I'd have like a meal and then something sweet, like whether it just be like protein pancakes or like a little candy bar or even just like yogurt, like sweet yogurt. Yeah, I always have to end with something sweet.
Okay. Well, so I got your sweets part.
Yeah.
How about the sushi? Like, name your go-to sushi meal.
My favorite kind of sushi is unagi.
Okay.
The eel. Yeah, it's so good. And then
I don't know, an eel. I mean, I've had eel. I know I have.
It's delicious. It's the best.
I don't think it ever like stood out to me.
Really?
Where do you get your eel around here?
Or
unagi.
I usually, when I go for sushi now, well, not now, but before, I went to, I think it's called Hinode. No.
Hinode?
Hinode.
That sounds very familiar.
In Rockville.
Like Twin Brook Station, kind of?
Yeah. It's
Congressional Plaza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet for lunch. It's like, I want to say it's like $10. So, like, I mean, I put down like 30 rolls in that. So. And they have some other food too, like just some like noodles and chicken and stuff like that. But, yeah.
Okay. I haven't been there in a while. I might check it out again.
Yeah, and they do have unagi. That's my favorite, definitely. They also have this baked lasagna, it's called, which
I think I've had it. It's like a little bit spicy, kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And it's good because it's got like some sauce on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So spicy mayo is like your thing, no? Or not really.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Depends. Yeah.
I see. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see the similarities, and it's intriguing to me.
A lot of similarities. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything to say to anyone watching specifically? You're following. Plug that IG, social media, YouTube video.
Yes, I am on YouTube. I'm making a fun video tomorrow, which will probably be out before this is out. But
probably.
Yeah, as long as I edit it in time. I've been getting good about that.
Okay.
So tomorrow is going to be like a fast food video. So I'm caking weights everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so cake N weights.
Mm-hmm. A and D or ampersand?
N. The letter N.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I have a Twitter account, but I like connect it to my Instagram, so I like never go on there, but it's like the same, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my website's www.cakeandweights.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever share your thoughts like on a random basis? I won't say daily, but like specifically what Twitter is for? Like, or do you kind of keep it to yourself?
Oh, no.
Or just for your Instagram posts?
I usually don't. Yeah, I usually just connect it for Instagram.
Oh no, I was just like you in general. Like, do you ever kind of just speak your thoughts out loud?
Oh, like.
Or like post it somewhere, I guess, on social media, like on Facebook, like your Facebook status.
I feel like some people do that. Not really. I usually just talk to myself. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best, dog.
Talk to other people. Yeah.
I don't know. I got to the point where I was like really built up, and I had to unleash it too, and that's why I kind of created the podcast.
Or I'll use like Instagram stories now, is like randomly like I feel like I need to tell somebody this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm one of those people who likes to tell people stuff. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know much about them because they like they're not the same as me. Like I think it was a New Girl. Do you watch that show?
Yes.
Yeah, Jess was saying like
Zoe
she doesn't know. Okay, so you might know this. Jess was saying to Cece like, I don't know anything about you. Like you don't tell me your secrets and stuff like that. You know everything about me.
Yeah.
I'm that person. I'm Jess. Like my best friend, I'm like, I don't really know much of, like, I don't know any of your secrets. Like, I feel like you don't share stuff with me. And I'm like, but that's okay because I guess I'm just the sharer. Like, that's who I am in every relationship. So it's hard for me to, like, relate to the people that don't share because I'm like, why don't you talk to me about stuff? You say that you're struggling. Tell me about it.
But that makes me so interested because you said the opposite with your therapist. It was like you didn't want to share with your therapist, but with your best friend.
Yeah. It's like people I have a connection with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Came on strong, it seems like.
Okay.
And my therapist, I think, really did have some of her own issues because she really did like use me as like a let me outlet to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I should brand myself.
Yeah, man.
Turn around. Look at the camera. Look at me. If you want to support the podcast, you can always support the podcast on patreon.com/theketchup. You can donate $1 a day to support your boy in the podcast. Or you can grab some merch at sumoliftsapparel.com. And I don't know. Curiosity comes around. Follow me on IG, Bryan Sumardi, or Sumo Lifts, or Catch Up with Sumo, depending on what you like. Facebook, same thing. Facebook.com/ either Bryan Sumardi, Sumo Lifts, or Catch Up with Sumo. And that's all for today. Goodbye.
Bye.
Dun, 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 dun.